Hello, I'm Dr. Brandt Gibson, and today I want to talk to you about understanding the causes of peripheral neuropathy. So this is the next step of the process of getting control and be able to manage your peripheral neuropathy in 30 days. So you need to understand the causes and which of those causes you actually have. So the big misconception that most individuals have, including many doctors, is that the cause of peripheral neuropathy is diabetes. Now, does diabetes cause peripheral neuropathy? Yes, it does. But it's not the only cause. And in fact, it's only one of, they're now saying, close to 150 different causes of peripheral neuropathy. So I've been saying for years that it's 125. As we start looking at it, we're actually saying it's increased. It's over 150 causes of peripheral neuropathy at this point. So the idea is you need to understand what those causes are. So what are kind of some of the things you should be looking at to understand what those causes could be? So let's start right there. The most common cause in the United States of peripheral neuropathy is diabetes. One of the most common causes in the world is leprosy or Hansen's disease. Leprosy is still a big problem, and it causes some pretty significant peripheral neuropathy. Now, if you just take those two, then you say, okay, there are systemic disease processes in the body that can cause peripheral neuropathy. That's absolutely true. This includes heart disease. This includes kidney disease. This includes liver problems. This includes different types of cancers. This includes basically any system of the body that starts to malfunction can actually cause peripheral neuropathy. For example, celiac disease. Did you know that if you have a gluten intolerance or a celiac disease or celiac sprue, this can cause a deficiency type peripheral neuropathy, which the cause is the deficiency, yes, but it's also the systemic disease that's leading to that problem. So systemic disease is a big reason. Cancers are a big reason. We're gonna change those and include those not just in systemic diseases, but also other, because there are medications, there are things that you're doing, treatments that you're doing that can be toxic to the nerves and cause pretty significant damage, pretty significant problems. And you end up having a peripheral neuropathy because of the damage that's being caused from the treatment of these cancers. Now, that being said, you've also got other medications that can be toxic. There are antibiotics that are pretty toxic. There are blood pressure medications, heart medications, basically in each group, even diabetes medications. Metformin has been shown to cause some forms of a peripheral neuropathy. So there are medications that will cause them. Statin drugs, metformin, certain types of antibiotics, truth is, I'll miss some if I start listing them completely. So there are multiple different causes of peripheral neuropathy from medications. Alcoholism. Did you know that alcohol is actually toxic to the body in many areas, and it's very toxic to nerves? That is a cause of peripheral neuropathy. Did you know that the way that you eat, the foods that you're eating, processed foods, and eating insufficient amounts of the fruits or vegetables can cause a peripheral neuropathy because of a nutritional deficiency that will lead to malfunction of those nerves? And then we can get into, okay, we're talking about nutrition, maybe we should go to nutrients. Did you know there's significant nutrient deficiencies that can cause peripheral neuropathy? Everything from vitamin B12 that causes a pernicious anemia that is a significant deficiency, neuropathy. But the interesting thing about that is you don't have to get so deficient that you get to pernicious anemia to have a peripheral neuropathy caused by the vitamin B12. Vitamin D, vitamin B6. Vitamin B6, if it's low or high, can cause peripheral neuropathy. Vitamin B1, the thiamine deficiency, is a significant peripheral neuropathy. The vitamin B9, so basically, as you're going through the different vitamins, there are multiple different vitamins that cause a pretty significant peripheral neuropathy. So you're going through this and say, okay, nutrients. Then you start talking, okay, I've got alpha lipoic acid, which is another nutrient that a deficiency of it can actually cause some peripheral neuropathy. So as you treat your body with the alpha lipoic acid, you can actually improve peripheral neuropathy significantly. So the other things that we're running into is blood flow to the nerves can actually be a problem. So if you have peripheral vascular disease, you get a poor blood flow to the nerves, you actually get a peripheral neuropathy because of that cause as well. There are types of compression. Everybody's heard of carpal tunnel, where you get compression on the nerve and you get a neuropathy to the hands. Well, compressions in other areas can actually similarly cause a peripheral neuropathy, and a lot of times some of the treatments that are being done are for that type of compression type neuropathy. So the point is, we can walk through these 150 different types and causes of peripheral neuropathy, and it comes down to, you need to understand, one, what types of peripheral neuropathy there are, what types of causes there are, and then two, what causes you have. Now, you notice I said causes, not cause. You need to understand that even if you have diabetes, it is probably only one of the causes of peripheral neuropathy, and you have others that likewise can be treated. Did you know that you can have a diabetic peripheral neuropathy without having diabetes yet? Because there's a pre-diabetes, which is a situation where your blood sugar is out of control, where you have an insulin resistance where it's not working like it's supposed to, and you can have a situation where you can still have a diabetic neuropathy without the diabetes yet. But if you continue to progress with the health the way you are, you can get diabetes as well with that peripheral neuropathy. The last one that I want to make sure I mention before I finish this video is a genetic type peripheral neuropathy. And there are multiple different pieces in this genetic type peripheral neuropathy. There are certain types of genetic diseases. There are certain type of genetic abnormalities, including autoimmune type diseases and autoimmune processes. And there is a malformation, for example, of certain types of proteins where you get a vitamin dependency. Vitamin dependency is an important piece of the puzzle as well, because some individuals require more of a vitamin before they start getting the beneficial effects of that vitamin. So if you have a protein that is designed to import the vitamin into the cell, into the neuron, for example, and it is malformed so it doesn't receive the vitamin as easily, you need to get a higher concentration of that vitamin before it will actually receive it and take it into the cell. So this vitamin dependency can be a big issue and a big problem for many individuals with peripheral neuropathy. So what is the options? What are the things that you should be doing for your peripheral neuropathy? The important part is understanding what the causes are so that you know how to treat it. You treat the systemic disease, it'll help with your peripheral neuropathy. You treat the vitamin deficiency or the vitamin dependency, you can help your peripheral neuropathy. You remove the toxins and then treat the toxicity, and you can improve your peripheral neuropathy. So the point is, knowing what the causes are, you can actually get pretty good control of your peripheral neuropathy. And one, start to manage the symptoms, and number two, control the damage so it doesn't continue. This is Dr. Brandt Gibson, and this is your Neuropathy Nugget, day 156.